Hi there. My name is Chris Kiefer. I'm an emerge staff at St. Joe's.
I'm Nancy Lee. I'm a family medicine resident at St. Joe's.
And in this video, we're going to go over donning with you in quite a lot of detail. Sounds good? Okay, so when we're donning, to start off, we're donning for going into a room where we're going to be doing an aerosol generating medical procedure like intubation, CPR. We try and avoid bag valve masking, but any aerosol generating medical procedure. So before we go into that room, Nancy, it's very important that you take off all of your accessories. So if you had rings on, if you had a watch, stethoscopes are not allowed in the room, so we'll take that off. Even your badge, and we don't want you checking your Instagram if you get an alert on your phone, so we'll get rid of the phone as well. Okay, so our hands are clear, no rings, no watches, nothing in the pockets, nothing to distract ourselves with. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do with our donning, we're going to build things up on the face first, right? So we're going to do we'll do it in just a second, Nancy, but we're going to do mask, goggles if applicable, face shield, bouffant, and then we're going to put our gown on and our gloves, and we'll just go through some of the details of how to do that properly. So the first thing is going to be your N95, but we need you to sanitize your hands first before you touch it. Okay, and we're going to do that thorough scrub. Okay, so we're going to start up with our palms, we're going to go into our webs, we're going to do our back webs, and our back webs. We'll do those knuckles here. Can you grip it like that? Exactly. We'll go through this in more detail in another video. I'm going to do our thumbs, and our wrists, and our wrists. Okay, perfect, Nancy. So if you can grab your N95 now that your hands are clean. Okay, and you can just cup it like this and apply it to your face. Excellent.
Okay.
And go ahead and put those straps on, yeah. Remembering you want to have one strap on the nape of the neck and the other strap along the head here. Okay, and what do we do after we put it on?
We check the seal.
We got to form it first on the bridge of the nose. Excellent. And if you can check the seal for me here.
Okay.
And just feeling for any obvious air leaks that are coming out around that mask. Okay, so we're going to keep building up, right? We're starting with the mask. We're going to build upwards. That's a good memory tool. Is do the head and work towards the crown of the head. So Nancy, if you can put your goggles on now. And after that, I'll get you to put on your face shield. And lastly, we'll do, and a detail of the face shield here, Nancy, actually, if you can turn sideways for me, you can see that she's got the face shield nicely tipped down. We don't want that face shield coming up, right? Because that'll allow aerosols and things to get into our face area. So we're tipping that down. So Nancy, if you can now put on your bouffant. Le bouffant. Okay, and I'm going to get you actually just to cover the front of your visor with that. And we'll cover your ears and as much of all of your hair there. Excellent. Okay, so Nancy's built up all of the stuff on her head, her mask, her goggles, her visor, and her bouffant. So now, Nancy, can I get you to put on your gown? Okay, so there's different gowns at different institutions at St. Mike's versus St. Joe's. We're at St. Joe's, so we're showing you the St. Joe's gown, which is rewashable. If we run out of disposable gowns, everybody might be using these across institutions. So there's a really important detail when Nancy ties up her neck here. We want to get that pretty tight, right? So that we expose as little neck as possible. So Nancy, if you actually turn around for me, you see what she's done here. She's pulled this beyond just the strings, and she's going to tie her knot that way so that she's got the neck nice and covered. Perfect. Okay, you get the waist. And then we'll move into the gloves. We're just going to demonstrate a single pair of gloves. If you were intubating or the RT, then certainly 2 pairs of gloves is a recommended option. So I don't know if you guys have put gloves on yet. You need to tuck the sleeve under as far as you can. Probably if you have, you've noticed it's pretty tough to do that with just one hand. So once Nancy's got those gloves on, she will have her PPE donned officially, and then before she was to enter into a room where there was an aerosol generating medical procedure, she would need to pass by a safety officer. So I'm going to just play that role for you guys right now. and we'll walk through what needs to be checked. And we want this to be very systematic. So that's donning officer, donning police, safety officer, little different terms for it. But if they can be systematic on every single person that they check, there's less chance that anything will be missed. Okay, so here's the approach that we do. We go head to toe, just like a CT scan. So we go bouffant, and it's over your visor, and it's over your ears and your hair. Excellent. Your goggles are on, so your face shield is on, and it's not tipped up. Your goggles are on nicely.
Yep.
The N95, did you form it and do a seal check?
I did.
Perfect. And now looking at your gown, it looks like there's good neck coverage. You've done it up nice and tight at the neck. That's excellent. And now let's look at your wrists here, right? So your sleeves have come up on top of your gloves. And like I was saying, it's very hard to do on your own. So that safety officer who's checking your PPE before you go in the room, they can really help you out here because they've got two hands to do this with, right? It's very hard to tuck this properly with just one hand. Very awkward. Okay, so Nancy's now got good wrist coverage. So at this point, I would say, Nancy, you're clear to enter. And she would proceed into the room. Okay, guys, so that's a brief, actually not so brief, a pretty long look, a granular look at all of the details around donning, okay? We hope this video is helpful for you.